The year is 431, and Kyros' invasion has shattered all major opposition in the tiers. The Younger Realms, the Bastard Tier, the Free Cities. All who defied Kyros lay broken by battle, or bowed in surrender. The two armies of the Overlord, the Disfavored and the Scarlet Chorus, now control our lands. But our will is not yet extinguished. Not entirely. In the valley of Vendrien's Well, those of us unwilling to bow to Kyros have banded together in defiance. Violating an oath of surrender from 2 years prior, we have staged a bloody uprising, murdering the Disfavored and Scarlet Chorus garrison in a midnight assault. With their main forces spread across the tiers, the Disfavored and Scarlet Chorus redeploy to Vendrien's Well to crush the resistance. But months pass with no definitive battle. As disagreement and discord paralyze the Archons, we bide our time and wait for our message of insurrection to spread across the tiers. The Overlord is not amused, and Kyros has one message for the Archons: crush the Oathbreakers or die. Kyros backs this threat with an edict, a magical commandment that can slay all in the valley should the order be ignored. The honor of proclaiming this edict fell to you. Sent across the mountains to Vendrien's Well, you carry the Overlord's edict to read before the Archons. As you finally make your way through the winding mountain passes into the valley, the ground trembles, and Kyros' magic seals the way behind you. You are trapped in Vendrien's Well, with Kyros' armies and the Oathbreakers. The only way to survive is to fulfill the terms of the Overlord's edict, in any way that you can.
Well, there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Tyranny, the adventures of Sanan Tenys. Let's close all these things down. Really? Come on, so I don't get all this. But Sanan Tenys, basically, is here to read an edict of Kyros, to move on the horrible situation that's going on here. Both the Scarlet Chorus and the Disfavored are at odds with each other, and because of that argument, nothing's happening at the moment. We've arrived into the valley, and the path behind you is now blocked. Kyros' magic has sealed the valley. Yep. Nothing's leaving until this situation is resolved.
On it.
Right. You are Aurora. Conversations. I don't care about conversations. You know about this stuff. I'm gonna read it. You can pause it, but Kyros the Overlord be praised. When I heard the avalanche, I feared the valley was sealed with you on the other side. The Disfavored warrior claps her gauntlet to her breastplate, the traditional salute of her legion. The commander wouldn't say why the governor of Lethian's Crossing would be coming, but since we have no forges here, I imagine you're here to knock some sense into the voices of Nerat. Carches herself, clearing her throat with a smile. I mean, mediate with the Archons, so that we may agree on a plan to wipe out these Oathbreakers. Disfavored, gain major favor. Gain favor with the Disfavored. That just seems slightly oxymoronic. But basically, whenever something's in green, it's either something that happened in the past or something. For example, because I was governor of Lethian's Crossing in the Conquest, now the game assumes I'm governor of Lethian's Crossing. It'll be quite interesting as we go on. But on a personal note, it's good to see another Harbinger. Kyros' will, most of our old invasion force still lives, but most of us have been scattered across the tiers, reassigned as needs change. I miss those days, when there was so much battle ahead of us, so much glory still to be won. But I know the Archons are expecting you. Don't let me wax nostalgically about the old days. Another Harbinger? Because if you right-click here, because you used to fight up in the North Tiers. Barely 10,000 Disfavored departed the Northern Empires to conquer the Tiers. And the Disfavored in country today were part of that original muster. Basically, we were part of the Disfavored regiment that came down very early on. So, don't expect me to wax nostalgically. Can you hear that hum in the air? That glow around the rocks? The avalanche is Kyros' magic. The Overlord has sealed the valley. Your senses see more than mine, good Fatebinder. I do not pretend to know much about such things. But if that was Kyros' magic and you're here on important business, well, you don't have to be Archon of Secrets to guess that you're here to proclaim an edict. What does Kyros have in store for the enemy? 10 years of festering plague? An edict of twisted bones? I'm not going to talk about Kyros' to you, I'm sorry. I'm in a hurry to deliver a message to the Archons. Well, you've travelled a long way, I won't keep you further. I'm sure the Archons will want to hear from you at... Her voice falls silent, her attention snapping eastward with alarm. Did you hear that? More runners. Third time this week. The Oathbreakers keep trying to send messengers through the mountains to gather help from the outside valley. He points over to the collapsed path by which you arrived. But they're a bit too late for that now. Come, let's show these Oathbreakers a good fight. You go have fun, I've got things to be doing. Oh, apparently not. Tyranny is a plausible combat system, yes we know. Right. Basically, it's a plausible combat system. And we have here our abilities. Our AI, we have AI, it's turned on. We can stealth, not in combat. We select all backspace things, we can rest. Right, okay, so what are we doing here? We have our abilities. Let's move into position. You can be the tank.
I'm not dead
I'm going to move behind you, and I'm going to use my spells. We have ourselves here Charged Fist, which was the spell we had for being a lightning wizard.
I got it.
Now, if you go to move to the combat log, up and ineffective from our slash, but yep, we hit the honor guard. You can also mouse everything because all the dice rolls. Accuracy, our lightning plus 46, lower 44, divided by 2, bonus minus 6, versus the defense, gives us the rolls we require, gives us a roll of a good hit. Yep. Basically, we just hit this guy for 18, which is really decent. He's now injured. Keep it on that for now. Remove all these things. Armor is basically damage reduction. Engagement is if you move into range and move away, people get to stab at you. And lore and reactivity tooltips. Okay, we did that one, and now we're going to do... what's this called? This is called Searing Palm.
On it.
Boom. Mage, Fire, and Wounded. Skill increased. Also, my god, see, the more you use a skill, the better it gets. So because I use the fire spell, and my fire is kind of low, my fire is very, very low, because I have lightning magic, not fire magic. The more I use a skill, the stronger it gets. So I'm getting some points in control fire. Stop the game to tell me that. Fine. This guy's also Mage Fire, which is burning and wounded. So, yeah, he's... And I just zapped him as well. Interactive objects... Yeah, hold the tab key, okay, good. Minimap, fine. Back to minimap. So, that's one down. Let's check along the path for more. I'll be with you in a second. This guy have? He has a whetstone and a potion of protection. Desiccated corpses line the road of victory to Vendrien's well, an example of the fate that awaits those who resist Kyros' will.
Yes.
You go down here though, because down here is important. Down here there's a rope. Always explore everything. Like, these maps are beautifully drawn, don't just ignore them. An old rope. You have 27 athletics, we have more than enough athletics. See, if we didn't have the athletics, we could jump down, we would gain a wound. A wound is what you get if your health goes too low, and basically if you keep stacking up wounds, you die. We can just climb down because we have the athletics ability to do so. Right. What else do we have down here? We have a couple of boxes. Go. Ooh, locked 18 subterfuge. Fine, I'll get something. I'll get some agate, gem, and some grain. Food gives like temporary buffs. Okay, so an abandoned memorial. Examine the torque. The torque possesses a number of small grooves. Otherwise, it appears fairly ordinary. This memorial has been left to weather the elements. A small torque. We can just take the torque because we have it. Because of our high lore, we recognize it as valuable. We can take it. We can get back up. Let's go into our inventory. Okay, this is the inventory of Sanan Tenys. We have here the Edicts of Kyros. If Ascension Hall has not been taken by my forces before morning on the Day of Swords, all in the valley, when this edict is passed, will perish. So what else we got here? We've got ourselves Sanguine Scroll, Blood of the Fallen. This is like items we got for linking my Paradox account. Kind of a useful item. I'm going to put that there for now. Wrought of Ruin, same thing as well. It's a really good sword, actually. So I'm going to put that there. I'll use that sword. Torque gives me form. Form gives me +1 vitality. So I'll put the torque on. Oop. You have a greater healing potion we'll put in our quick item slot. We can't access items here in combat, just items in the quick item slot. But this is currently VR. We have a -1 to hit because our might is not great. But that's fine anyway. See, our control fire skill is kind of low. But we're kind of doing our... the more we use this fire spell, the stronger that's going to increase. We get experience, and as experience fills out, we get levels in it. Same thing, we jumped down, so we got experience in athletics. We used the magic staff for that one attack, we got experience in magic staff. We used lore for the torque, we got some experience in lore. We used subterfuge to unlock that chest, we got experience in subterfuge. Okay, good. This helps us buff up our vitality as well. Remember, we've gone full on fast casting and strong casting. This is our AI changes, isn't it? No, these are just our colors. We can change our colors here. No, we're okay with our colors. And our talents, we'll get back to those when I level up. The quests, travel to the disfavored camp. And also help the disfavored battle the Vendrien Guard. Reputations, as you get reputations, you get points. You can get wrath or favor. They are not mutually exclusive. As you reach specific levels of your reputation, you get reputation abilities. Kind of interesting. Some of them are locked due to minor things you need to quest past. Vendrien Guard are the enemies, so you tend to get a lot of wrath with them. The disfavored will get a lot of happiness, because they like us. We've done a lot of stuff for the disfavored before. And, okay. And our spells, right? The good thing about this game is spells are totally created by you. You can make your own spells, which is awesome. Spells are created using 2 or more sigils. The core sigil determines the type of magic, such as frost, fire, etc. And the expression sigil determines how it accepts itself into the world. Ball of fire, frost enchantment on a weapon, etc, etc. So basically, we have 2 spells at the moment. We have the Charged Fist, which is a sigil of lightning and sigil of focused intent. And the Searing Palm, which is sigil of fire and sigil of focused intent. I only have 2 sigils at the moment, and I only have 1 sigil of expression. So at the moment, these are the only spells I can do. But everything has a base cost. Like, for example, Lightning has a base cost of 0, and this one has a base cost of 15. So lore required for this spell is 15. I've got 44, so it's fine. But literally everybody can have spells. There is no person who cannot cast a spell in this game. Everyone can cast. This is missives. We haven't got any missives yet. Anyway, let's move on, shall we? Which is fast mode? I forget. There's a fast mode. I can't remember what it is. No, it's not. What is fast mode? Controls. Fast mode is numpad plus. Fast mode. Basically, just speeds up the game. Right. The avalanche has locked us. Think you could fit through the rubble? We should be vigilant and deal with the remaining Oathbreakers in the pass. This seems like a suicide mission. What do the Vendrien Guard hope to accomplish? From what we've learned from the other prisoners, the runners are instructed to escape the valley and drum up support for the Oathbreakers' cause elsewhere in the tiers. I don't know who they think will listen to their pleas. We've smashed every army, fortress, and self-proclaimed ruler to these low-born tiersmen have to offer. Perhaps they think the wild beasts will rally to their side. This favoured victory has soaked the tiers with fear. I doubt anyone would rally to their hopeless cause. Perhaps if you had more thoroughly destroyed these tiersmen, we wouldn't be having this current problem. I have been travelling for days. How much longer until I reach the Archons? Are we nearly there yet? Pretty much what that is. Now, we'll curry favour while we can. My thoughts exactly. They lost this 4 years ago. It's little more than the last gasp of a dying people. Carry on. Oh. So we can either sneak past it, or because we have enough athletics, we can just shove the boulder. Which goes... paused. Brute strength will also work, but because it's rolling, it's paused because we're in combat now, but... squish. Right, we're in combat now. Hello. What do we got here? 1 guy, 1 stone shield, with a massive shield. Honor Guard, and Sun Soldier. Now these are your defenses. Dodge is the ability to dodge attacks completely. Parry, defense against melee attacks and spells. Dodge versus ranged, parry versus melee. endurance versus like poisons and stuff. Will defense versus like mental attacks and fear. Magic defense versus yeah, magical defense. And armor is basically damage reduction. I have no armor at the moment because I am a wizard. That might change in the future. Who knows? Anyway, let's focus on this guy. We're gonna go for a 3/3, which is our Searing Palm.
Will do.
You control fire and lore plus as well. Did it not worse? We missed. Damn. Come on. I like that you can see the sigil as well. Aha! There you go. It was a critical hit, which pushes the person back a lot. That's one thing the charged fist can do. On a critical hit, it'll just push someone back. Loads. Let's just focus on this guy then. We've also got a thrust, which we can do, but it's not going to be very useful. Nah, we can't do much. But we get points with one-handed weapons whenever we use them, so might as well get points in that. It's also set up whenever I finish an ability, it'll auto-pause, so I've got to remember to keep an eye on that. 3.
I got it.
Fire. Rage, fire, and wounded, so now you're close to death. Let's cast enemy shield on myself.
Can't
done.
do that.
And let's get to the other side here. I can't sneak past, can I? Nope, you're blocking this completely. Well,
Will do.
well, I just pushed you back even further. Thing to pick up here? No armor drops? No. Okay, we'll move on then. He's got. You can see because he's got some slightly sparkly that he can do something, but let's keep attacking. Here we have ourselves our energy shield, which means our armor is specifically for fire, frost, and shock. We have damage reduction. Ooh, nicely done. And because of the special weapon we've got, that completely made the target explode. Because of our weapon. Nicely done. Right, you got things to pick up. You got ourselves a Sun Soldier's Javelin and a Walking Death. Basically, I think it's auto heal. Yeah, that's a re-raise. And you can loot in an area around. Like, I looted this person, but also picked up the loot from that person, so you can loot multiple things at once. Several skulls bleached by the sun and picked clean by carrion birds are spiked on roughly hewn post. Oop. It is the only heraldry the Scarlet Chorus needs. Hello. Stabity stab.
Try and catch me, worm.
A young Scarlet Fury weaves around the Vendrien Guard attackers, avoiding their weapons with fluid grace. She nods to acknowledge you. Scarlet Furies are the elite fighters of the Scarlet Chorus. Verse. She is named and has a voice. So, a breathless enemy soldier passes a glance to her countrymen. This one's crazy. Too much lead in her water. We should cut our losses and turn back.
Fatebinder. Here at last. Here to join me in putting these cowards out of their misery.
Join the battle. Save something for me. For the realm of Apex, charge! The Vendrien Guard level their weapons and advance. Let's focus on the guy. Yeah, she's now joined the party, so you can stay attacking here. No problem. You move over here and start dealing with this guy. Go cast your fireball on this guy, and you can keep doing your own thing, to be honest. Companions, yep. The companion Verse has joined your party. Verse is a capable warrior, skilled in both ranged combat and melee combat. Blah blah blah. We can deal with their AI in time and their abilities. But mostly she's the dual weapon fighter. But look at his after combat. Oh, you're meant to be casting a spell.
Let's see what.
See these lines here? These lines here means that we're engaged. If I try to leave, he can stab at me. Same thing, if you try to leave, I can stab at him. Did I miss? I grazed, that's unfortunate. 4, there, and are you doing your own thing? I know for a fact you've got several stances you can use. You can use the stance of Red Gazer, which deals extra damage to lower your defenses. The stance of Three Whispers, which raises your dodge. And the stance of Seeking Sheath, which increases your accuracy. Let's I'll let you do what you want. You're kind of clever, you know what you're doing, so... We also have combo abilities. We have dual text, which is awesome in this game. You grazed it again. Okay, it's unfortunate. Stab this person, please. Target destroyed verse. Good. Dual wield and parry +1. That guy's wounded as well. Every wound basically lowers your stats, which is awesome. I got parry because I helped to defend against a melee attack. Just keeps going and just
On it.
Fireball. Doesn't matter. Verse just decides to kill him anyway. Critical hit. Good. Totally gibbed the guy.
Phew. I can tell you didn't spend the conquest in a diplomat's tent.
The fighter surveys the fresh corpses and nods with satisfaction.
I'm Verse, by the way. But there are more important things to take care of than introductions. Those Vendrien guard we killed didn't come alone.
You fight like a storm. What's your role in the army?
Scarlet Fury, one of the elite killers of our ignoble gang. You'll see more than a few of us around camp, but don't let that fool you. We're a rare breed.
Ooh.
Most of the soldiers in the Scarlet Chorus are little more than farmers and children armed with rusted forks. Makes them easier to control.
I like the fact that they have little... Not just a picture, it's actually just a model, so they can have different facial expressions and body language.
The voices of Nerat called his best fighters to this siege. There must be something important about Vendrien's well, though don't ask me what. The Archon isn't in the habit of spilling secrets.
Why are the Vendrien Guard attacking now?
My guess. The Vendrien Guard are testing our strength in battle, learning how we perform before they organize a real offensive. That, or they're really, really desperate to get beyond the mountains and couldn't wait until nightfall.
Well, I'm ready if you are. I know what you're doing. You're here pretty much from me, I think.
The voices of Nerat told me to intercept you at Edgering Ruins before you busied yourself solving all of the camp's problems. Guess I was too late. You're due for a meeting with the Archons, but we should handle the small matter of this ambush first.
I'm ready if you are.
Eager. I like that. Before we go, you might search among the remains of our fallen comrades. Wherever they're bound, I doubt they'll miss their boots, much less any rings or any useful iron they might be clutching.
I see your point. That's nice and practical.
No reason to pity the fallen. Before long, we might wish we'd joined them here. But at least we'll enjoy heavy pockets and warm toes. For the voices of Nerat!
Cool. Now what if we pick up here? A Scarlet Fury Helm. You can have that. Scroll of Reaching Grasp. That's good for us. Hide. I'll keep hide, and health. You can go for health. Right. Spell scrolls. They can teach us a sigil of magic, which is going to be very important to have that. So we will learn this. Good. Which means we can craft a new spell. Which is very important because even new spells are better. Okay. Right. Here we go. You. Charged Fist. Your Charged Fist, we can give it Reaching Grasp, which increases the range from 2 to 4 meters. Increases the lore required as well, but very good. We'll just do that. Boom. Our spells are slightly longer range now. Very, very useful. And you got a helm out of that, didn't you? Yes, you did. You got a helm. So put a helm on. We can put that, take that there. The helm gives you deflection and accuracy. Accuracy bonus for wearing the helm. Well done. Cool. Anyway, let us move on.
Right.
Down here, isn't it? Yep. Assuming... Okay, so tab, because things to look at over there. Weapons and armor are strewn haphazardly around the cart. Every blade shows signs of rust. Every piece of armor is in need of repair. The symbol of the Scarlet Chorus is smeared in blood on the tattered cloth in the tent. No effort has been made to repair the gaping tears. Eyes forward, no looking back! The Vendrien Guard warrior roars with his falx held high, his words largely lost over the din of combat. Stand aside, or your funeral will be over the side of the bluff. Seeing you squarely in his path, the soldier points his weapon your way. I applaud your bravery, but I implore you to end this foolishness and lay down your arms. Not a chance. If I surrender, I'm as good as dead. At least we can drag some of Kyros' chosen along our journey to the void. As he signals his men to charge, a sound of chanting rises from the south, drawing his attention. Scarlet Chorus reinforcements! Hurry! Run down the Oathbreakers, let none escape! From the red mob of reinforcements from the south, a blood chanter emerges at the head of the rabble, the ornamental crest of her staff pulsing with crimson tones. Signing sigils of magic and wordlessly moving her mouth, the blood chanter scribes a series of spells into the air. A red glow surrounds the Vendrien Guard warriors as the chanter's magic worms its way into their minds, blinding them with rage. Hold your position, all of you! You there, keep to the path! The warrior gestures along the canyon trail, but his soldiers turn their attention to the Scarlet Warriors, roaring challenges. No, don't engage them, we need to run! His orders falling on deaf ears, the warrior reluctantly readies his weapon. More combat? More combat. Okay, so basically, they're, Mocking Blaze, their blood chanters, basically cast Berserk on these guys. Not actually in the game, I think, as far as the rules are concerned, but it's basically the reason for this fight. Verse, just get in there and basically do your thing. And you can back up a bit, go for a flame. Gonna go for the main guy or not? We're gonna go for a companion combo. Go for a companion. Blood-soaked stone.
Ready?
We're charging up a double attack. Which just missed. Did you just miss? Well done, you missed with Blood-soaked stone. That's fantastic news. Mage Fire. You know what? Blood of the Fallen. It has a 3-minute 48-second cooldown, but its damage will pretty much hit everyone. I will do that now. Blood of the Fallen, and use lightning bolts to hit this guys a bit more. A useful item to have. Okay, you just did an ability. Okay. Oof. Hit him and exploded him. And that guy is now surrounded by everyone. Oh, good.
Bleed out, you little shit.
How pleasant. Maybe that's the end of that. A disfavored soldier. Come quick, we have a situation on the cliffside. They have the commander. Okay, let's go deal with that, shall we? Hello.
I got it.
We got ourselves here a rusted iron sword. Pick everyone up. What's over here? Chest with a head wrap. Just strictly better than my current head piece, which is annoying. And some cheese. There's also the difference because half the camp is Scarlet Chorus, half the camp is disfavored. So shields, the armor here is in disrepair and sort of strewn about, whereas here, weapons and armor are stacked with neat precision in this transport cart. Every spear is honed and oiled, ready for battle. Right, what do we have here? Skycat mushrooms, +10 to lore, +10 to all magic skills, +4 to wits for 2 minutes. We'll take that just in case we need to use it. This torn banner bears the scratched out icon of the disfavor. The army's original symbol has been lost to history, and Graven Ash has never ordered a replacement, preferring the blasted icon over all others. Yep. Kyros are the original icon of the disfavored, erased from memory. For over 100 years, the disfavored have kept the scratched out iconography, bearing it with pride. Basically, admiring the disfavored sigil, I know something about that. Let's talk then. Can I talk to you? There's a way to talk to you. I got it. Can't remember how though. How do I talk to you? There's a way to talk to you and I can't remember what it is. Maybe I can't at the moment. Yep, let's collect something there. What do you have here? You got boots. Scarlet Fury boots. Better armor but lower deflection. Disengagement defense. Better armor, less recovery. And we'll put him in there and that can go there as well. Cosma. What are you doing? You'll draw attention to me. Okay, fine. We won't draw attention to you then. Oop, there's stuff to be done there. The chest down there that needs opening. Helix Tyrell. Stow your weapons, or we will find out how long a man screams before hitting the ravine down below. Cornered between a precipitous drop and a band of angry soldiers, the Oathbreaker warrior holds a disfavored officer at knife point. Skewer him! Do not worry for me. Graven Ash will protect. The disfavored officer winces, blood seeping from the seams of his bracer and cuirass. You heard the man. He plainly invited you to use that little blade of yours. What are you waiting for? Permission from your pimp? This blade? With a jerk of a knife, he slices off a clump of Rastus' matted hair. If you are so eager to see your ally dead, just step closer. Now we have choices. Release the prisoner. You might know the inside of a cell. Because you have high athletics, we can basically rush him. Or we can basically attack to help Drastos or let him die. Basically, gaining favor or disfavor, favor or wrath with the appropriate faction. If you help Drastos, the disfavored like you, the Scarlet Chorus hate you, and the reverse is true. But we have high athletics, might as well use our athletics. Basically, show strength and end the combat. Lower your weapon and charge forward and wrest the knife from him. You've gained favor with the Scarlet Chorus, you've gained favor with the disfavored, you've gained athletic skill experience. The Oathbreaker cracks a wide smile as you lower your weapon. That's right. Now the rest of you, drop those weapons. With his attention on the other warriors, you dash forward. He reaches out with his dagger to slay Drastus, but your hand is already on his wrist. With a wrenching twist, you mangle his hand, dropping the dagger harmlessly to the ground. The disfavored warriors rush forward from either side of you. Tyrell barely manages a strained grasp before being hacked and impaled upon their swords and spears. Yeah, he just gets basically killed. Kyros be praised, the Oathbreaker fought with the rage of Cairn himself. Cairn being the Archon of Stone. Thank you, Fatebinder. I thought today was my last. From the look of it, I guess they thought if they swarmed the pass, maybe one might make it out. We found a few scraps of parchment on their bodies. Drastus holds out a handful of crumpled parchments for your inspection. Literacy is rare in the north. Very few disfavored souls know more than a few written words. A student of letters such as yourself should be able to make sense of this. So basically, we can say no, we can insult him, or we can just read the parchment. All that training in Graven Ash doesn't teach you how to read. Or just, just look at the thing. Stop antagonizing people. We bring the peace of Kyros. Repeating the same messages in different written scripts, the parchments explain that the Vendrien guards desire to overthrow Kyros' Archons and rout their armies from the tiers. Pages aren't addressed to any specific reader, but rather openly invites all who remain loyal to the younger realms to gather at Vendrien's well. Recruitment material, they were trying to bring more traitors to the fight. Well, from the look of it, we kept them from slipping out of the valley. Whatever they hoped to accomplish, I think their plan died here. The Archons are expecting you. When you're ready, leave by the gate to the southeast and follow the trails downslope for a few hours. You'll see the campfires leagues away. Can't miss it. Good. All fine and dandy. Get a move on, shall we? Lose his corpse. What does he have? He has quick finger bangles. Haste adds quickness, so we'll put that on you. Distant impact, we want that. Honor guards bronze falcons. If you can use that. Thing in there. Okay, so this is the good one. Distant impact basically allows you to cast ranged spells. We'll learn that. We will give you a quick finger bangle. Increase your quickness. And increases your recovery, but increases your DPS and range. It's also a two-handed weapon. You don't want a two-handed weapon. We'll put that in there for now. And do we want to wear this hat? It's strictly better, isn't it? It is strictly better. Fine. I suppose I can just hide the helmet. That'll do for now. Okay, so we got you. Something over here. What's over here? I don't think I've been over here. Climb the rope.
See that?
Ooh, a hidden object. With high subterfuge, I think. Press left alt. Ah, to stealth. If you're stealthy, it's easier to find hidden objects. Slightly annoying. Potion of invisibility. Yeah, take that. You can drop down again. Right,
Sorry, I can't. I got it.
The ancient Weeping Mother statue pays homage to Queen Lycerus, first of her name. Fresh water once flowed from the statue, but when Kyros' forces attacked Vendrien's well in 429, the statue began weeping blood and has done so ever since. The once pure water of Queen Lycerus' tears has run red with blood since Kyros' forces invaded. Okay, so who's doing what right now? There's people here dealing with that guy, but there's you as well. And Fatebinder, what an honor to have one of Tunon's court visit our humble holdfast. Need supplies? Bursting with energy, the merchant slams her palm down on top of the crate. If so, you've come to the right place. What will it be today? I trust you've been granted proper stewardship of the goods you are peddling? Well, you see, Fatebinder. I think so. I've been handed these bits of scripts. She reaches across the stack of provisions to snatch a scroll case. But I'm not a woman of letters. Numbers are my strength, as you can well imagine. Let's see those. Certainly, good Fatebinder. She hands you the scroll case, wearing a quizzical expression. A cursory read indicates this merchant is granted the unlimited right to trade in a logistical capacity. When not supporting an active battle, she has the right to trade grain, copper and olives anywhere in the tiers. This all seems to be in order. Well, naturally, she winks. Just because we fight dirty doesn't mean we trade dirty. Well, most of the time at least. Let's see what you have. Let's see, what can we get out of this then? What do we have here that I want to sell? An old rusty sword. Boots. I'm not going to wear Vendrien gear. The gems. This is actually a good question. I've never been able to figure out what gems are worth selling and what gems are not worth selling. We'll sell those for now. We haven't got a lot of cash really. We've only got 65, but we're going to get a bit of this. What can I buy though? There you go. This is interesting. Sigil of Lightning, we've already got. Limitless Boundaries increases the spell effect, the area of the spells, and this increases the duration of a spell. I kind of want to get 5 bronze rings before I leave here. Can we get 5 bronze rings? Can I find some way of getting 5 bronze rings? Because I want to get those sigils. Everything else is kind of irrelevant. I want those sigils. 60 for the staff. That can go away. Falx. There you go. It's 5. Right? Yeah, it's 5. There you go. Sell that. It's far more important to me to have the sigils. Good. Right. Let's read those as well. And next time, we'll carry on with looking at the camp and creating new spells. I'll catch you next time, folks. See you then. Bye.